Hey, I'm your host, Ryota, and welcome to Bridge by Candlelight. In the last episode, we talked about the beautiful and intricate art of the Warosoku, the Japanese traditional candles, and the science behind the beautiful, large, dancing flames. But today, I want to take you deeper into the heart and soul of Warosoku itself, the incredible artisans who make them, their skills, and the intricate steps behind their creation. Unlike mass-produced Western candles, Warosoku are handmade using a unique process that has been refined over the centuries. But did you know that their creation follows a specialized bungyo system, as it is called in Japanese, where different artisans focus on specific tasks? Today, we'll break down how Warosoku are made, the materials used, and the benefits of this traditional craft system. So, to truly appreciate the artistry of Warosoku, we need to first understand its bungyo system, or a division of labor that allows for highly skilled craftsmanship in every stage of production. Unlike factory-made candles, Warosoku are not made by a single person or a single machine. It is usually made by different people interacting during the process. Different artisans specialize in wax refinement, wick production, and candle molding. This bungyo system has long been used in Japanese traditional crafts, from Nambuteki ironware to Kyoto lacquerware, allowing artisans to refine their skills in one specific area over generations. Step 1. Extracting and refining the wax. The wax used in Warosoku comes from the seeds of the haze tree, or otherwise known as Japanese wax tree or the sumac tree. Unlike the paraffin candles, which are derived from petroleum, Warosoku wax is completely plant-based, giving it a cleaner, more stable flame. The process is painstakingly long and requires expert knowledge. First, you would have to harvest these haze seeds. The farmers will collect these small green fruits from the haze tree, but it doesn't fall naturally, so you would need to have these people known as tsumiko who would climb the trees and collect them. And second, you would dry them and boil them and slowly release their natural oils. And third, you would have to filter the impurities and remove unwanted debris. Then finally, you would pour them into a mold and cool them into blocks, and that you'll be ready for candle making. But actually, this is not the end. At this point, the wax is called kiro, and although you could use it to make candles, a lot of people do, but for the more popular version, which is known as hakuro, you need to sun dry it for a month to remove the last remaining impurities and color pigments, turning it from a light brown color to a whitish color, making it easier to color and give it just a little bit more of a clean burn. And each step requires precision. Too much heat and the wax burns. Too little and the final product lacks consistency. Step 2. Crafting the unique Warosoku wick. The wick is what makes Warosoku so unique. Unlike cotton wicks used in Western candles, Warosoku wicks are made from rolled washi paper, rush fibers, and cotton. The steps seems to be reasonably simple. First, you would roll the washi core. The artisans will tightly roll them using handmade Japanese paper. Then you would wrap it with the rush fibers. These are the same fibers you would be using to make tatami with. So the paper core is then reinforced for durability. Then everything will be binded together with just a little bit of cotton or sometimes a little bit of silk. Now this special wick allows oxygen to flow through the core, creating the famous breathing flame of the Warosoku. And the result is a tall, lively flame that flickers naturally, unlike the Western candles which produce a rather smaller but steadier light. But this is actually harder than it sounds, as if it's too tight or too loose, then it would not be very useful for candle making, and thus only skilled artisans can perfect the perfect tightness of the wick. Step 3. Molding the candles. So this is the final step. This will be the step of the shaping the Warosoku itself. There are two main types of Warosoku making. One is the way of pouring it into a mold, and the other is what's known as the tegake seiho, which means hand layered method, and it is done by dipping the wick into the wax first, then slowly and gradually add the wax on top. And the very interesting part of this tegake seiho is the fact that the wax is layered onto the wick using just hands. And this is only manageable because the wax for the Warosoku, the haze wax, the melting point is only about 40 odd degrees centigrade, so it feels like just a hot bath. So you can actually put your hand into the molten wax and layer them on. And after you get the width that you're looking for, you dry it on a rack, trim it, and the Warosoku is ready. Now, unlike the machine-made candles, no two Warosoku are exactly the same. The slight variations give each candle its own character, reflecting the artisan's touch and expertise. Now, let's talk about the benefits of this bungyo system in these Japanese crafts. This type of division of labor is not unique to Warosoku. In fact, many of Japanese most famous traditional crafts follow these similar systems. You have the nambuteki, or the Japanese cast ironware, where one artisan makes a mold, another casts iron, and yet another finishes the surface. You also have things like the kyoyaki, which is the Kyoto pottery, where different artisans will handle the shaping, the glazing, and the firing process. Then you have the Edo kiriko, which is a famous Tokyo cut glassware, where specialists cut patterns, polish, and refine the glass separately. The biggest benefit of this system is that each artisan becomes true master in their specific craft, ensuring higher quality and skill refinement over generations and generations. While this system has produced incredible works of craftsmanship, it also comes with a challenge. If one part of the process disappears, the whole industry struggles. That's why supporting Warosoku artisans isn't just about keeping an old tradition alive. It's about honoring their skills and ensuring that future generations can continue this beautiful craft. At WAFIN, we're working to introduce Warosoku to a wider audience beyond Japan, collaborating with designers to create modern adaptation of Warosoku and educate people on why handmade craftsmanship still matters today. By understanding the efforts and artistry behind each Warosoku, we can appreciate the artisan as more than just a candle. It's a piece of living history. Okay, so in the next episode, we will explore what kind of challenges Warosoku industry is facing, looking into the historical and current aspects of a traditional craft, and what you could do to support the craft. Make sure to subscribe and join us for the next episode. Thank you for listening to Bridge by Candlelight. As always, feel free to share your thoughts, questions, or topics you'd like to hear more about through our Instagram or other social media. And please leave us a comment and share, which will be great help for us to reach new listeners. Let's keep inspiring each other and make tomorrow just a little more colorful than today. See you next time.